So last night, about 12 o'clock at night, my phone started going off with all these YouTube notifications. And lo and behold, a new Canon, two new Canon cameras released into the world. So I kind of woke up a little bit, couldn't go back to sleep, so I started watching videos on it. Looked like two APS-C cameras, the R10 and the R7. And boy, I'll tell you what, by all means, they look good, but I'm just letting you know right now, it's a trap. And I'll tell you why. When I first started in this YouTube thing and filming and stuff, I bought a M50 camera with the kit lens. And I used that camera for a while, and about 6 or 8 months into it, I wanted to upgrade my kit lens, and there was just nothing there for me to upgrade to. And the most prevalent thing they told you to do, they wanted you to do, is to get EF lenses and adapt it to your M mount camera. But then, to me, the point of that is like I'm buying a $2,000 lens and adapt it to my $700 camera. So it just didn't make any sense to me. And plus, I didn't want to be messing with adapters and stuff like that. So I just kind of kept the kit lens and stuck with that until I just got to where I just wasn't happy with the performance of the kit lens, so I just wound up giving that camera to my daughter. Canon just never really seemed to want to invest in the M system, and they never wanted to develop new and different lenses for it. So I think eventually they just kind of, forgot about it and left it to dead. And then today you hear about, two brand new APS-C cameras out, how great they're going to be. It's a super camera, 4K 60 frames per second, all this stuff. And then you're just like, oh man, finally, Canon's going to invest in the APS-C line, and they're going to bring it back from the dead and make it great again, and everything's going to be great. I see guys like, this is the camera I've been waiting on. And I'm just letting you know right now, that is a trap. Because what they're going to do is they're going to release those two cameras with the different kit lenses that come with them. They both look pretty terrible to me. I mean, the lenses that they released with the two new cameras, they look pretty terrible. They might be good for a beginner, and they might get you started and off on your way. But eventually you're going to want a different lens. And they didn't come out with any kind of roadmap for the RFS line. It tells me that, any new lens development on this particular mount is going to be pretty distant into the future. So where's that going to leave you? Well, you can either get RF lenses, which I saw a bunch of YouTubers today using RF lenses on these new cameras. So you have a $1,400 camera and a $900 camera, and you got a $3,000 70 to 200 lens on it, or a $2,500 51.2 on your APS-C crop camera body, half the price of the lens itself. And that's just absolutely crazy to me. I mean, in my world, if you're going to buy a $3,000 lens, you better have a nice camera for that to go on to get all the benefits of having such a lens. I mean, if you get the 70 to 300 2.8, again, $3,000 lens, put it on your $1,400 camera, you're going to have a little bit more reach with it, but you're also going to lose some of the aperture, some of the light. So it's going to be like a 4 or 5.6 aperture. I just, in my mind, I just can't get around that. Or you can go and get the old EF lenses and adapt it to the new cameras. You might be getting a little bit discount on those lenses, but you're going to have to use an adapter. I've just never been one to want or desire or even care about using an adapter with any of my camera systems. That just seems like way too much trouble to me, and it's extra expenses. So just be aware that even though these cameras are great, have good specs, have great autofocus, are the next greatest thing, and since sliced bread and everything else, what they're really trying to do is they're trying to sell more RF lenses. That's what Canon is trying to do. So just be aware of that when you go to pre-order this camera. What does the future look like in the RFS line of lenses? Do you think Canon is going to be developing lenses to go with that system? Only time will tell, I guess, but judging by what they did with the M line, they're not going to be developing anything too fast because they can just turn around and sell you an RF lens. And again, that RF lens is going to be 2 to 3 times more than the camera's value. It just doesn't make any sense to me, but anyway. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.